What's up and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, a couple months. So the last video I posted was a pregnancy update video, and now I have a 6-week-old baby. So it has been quite a bit. We were moving, I was pregnant, I ended up having some health issues. Buying a house is a lot of work. Moving is a lot of work, especially when you're pregnant. And then it was Christmas, and then we had the baby, and we've just been spending time with family and getting to know our little one, so I haven't wanted to really record in a while. But I'm back and really excited to introduce you guys to our sweet boy. So it's like 3 o'clock right now, and I haven't eaten anything yet. So I'm gonna do that, and then maybe I will sit down with my food and go over kind of like how our postpartum has been and a little bit about our boy here. For those of you that watched my baby names that we love and might use video, but you don't have me on Instagram, here he is. His name is Miles Timothy. Today, we're here to talk about our life with you. And it has been an adventure, let me tell ya. I had some questions on my Instagram that you wanted me to answer in my videos. I'm not going to answer them directly, but I will kind of go over those specific things that you asked. But yeah, we're just going to be eating lunch and talking. So our birth story will be in a totally separate video. We're still kind of processing, and I haven't been able to write it down yet, but that will be coming hopefully soon. I'm feeling a lot better, and like I'm feeling like I've healed a lot from it, and so I'm just about ready to write my story and share it with the world. And Miles' story, of course, because he was there too. You okay? So Miles was born December 26th. Yeah, 2020. I went into labor at about 4 a.m. on Christmas. So we were at my parents' house for Christmas. We were spending the night. We went there Christmas Eve and we were spending the night, and we were going to spend all Christmas there. And we went to bed at like midnight, and at 1 in the morning was when I was kind of noticing like, I'm not comfortable, I can't sleep, what's going on, I'm in a lot of pain. And about 4 a.m. is when labor actually started. I stayed, I hung in there, and we opened presents and just kind of hung out with the family until I couldn't take it anymore. And then I just kind of went into one of the bedrooms and laid there and like tried to make it look like I wasn't in labor, but it was pretty obvious. And the following morning at 10:12 a.m. Miles was born. Again, I'm not gonna go over my birth right now because it's gotta be a whole other really long video. It was 36 hours of labor, and there was some trauma involved, so we'll go over that later. But after we had him, we just stayed in bed. I wanted to stay in bed for 2 weeks and then just kind of stay home for another 4 weeks, but life had other plans. So at about 3 weeks old, my husband got pneumonia and ended up in the hospital. So I kind of had to get out of bed, and we had to like get food for ourselves and like do everything because I was home alone for those days that he was in the hospital and we weren't allowed to see him. So that kind of gave me like a taste of freedom and a taste of not being in bed. So I didn't really go back to bed after that. So after about like 3 weeks, I want to say 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that, we were out of bed. And then he had a really bad tongue tie, a pretty thick lip tie, and then both of his buckles were pretty tight as well. So he wasn't really able to nurse very well, so we did have to go to Ties Revised. So that was another reason we left the house. And then we started doing chiropractics for the whole family. So we've been leaving the house for that. And then the other day I went to Target. Not alone, but oh, bless you. So we just been hanging out at home for the most part. We've been a few places, but mostly we're staying home. My husband went back to work, so we're kind of adjusting to him not being here. And yeah, currently we are using disposable diapers. It was our original plan to use cloth diapers for the first few weeks, if not forever, and we ended up doing cloth for maybe a week and then switched to disposable just because it was a lot easier, especially because I couldn't be doing getting up to do laundry because I was really weak. But yeah, we did cloth for a week and then switched to disposable, so we're still using all natural diapers, but they're disposable. But it's honestly, I kind of knew that I wasn't going to be able to stick with cloth, and I just knew myself, and I knew that cloth wasn't really the way I was going to stay forever. But yeah, it did not last as long as I wanted it to, but it's okay because we are still learning and we just have to figure out what works best for us and adapt, even if it's not what we originally planned. So the last 6 weeks, because he's 6 weeks old and I can't believe it, we've just been getting to know each other, and he is the best baby. He hardly cried at all for the first 3 weeks of his life. He would cry if I wasn't paying attention to his cues, and sometimes when we change his diapers. So we always listen to his early hunger cues, like the smacking of his mouth, the rapid eye movement, playing with his hands, and then that's when I would feed him. So the only time he would cry is if I, for some reason, wasn't paying attention, or I was in the middle of something, which I don't know what that would be, maybe peeing or something, I don't know. And that's when he would cry. But after about 3 weeks is when we got his Ties Revised, and that came with some pain, obviously. So he did cry from pain, and he cries a little more these days than he used to, but he's still a pretty happy baby. And we're really, really thankful to have such a happy little baby. He's so cute. We are obsessed with him. He just has such a great personality, and he laughs when we make jokes, and he laughs when we stick laughs when we stick our tongue out at him. And he just is very playful personality, and we love that about him. I definitely see a lot of both my husband and I in him, not only in his features, but his personality. And I'm really excited to see and watch him grow up and see what kind of person he is. Because that's one of the coolest things about having a baby is they're their whole other person that's never existed, and they're gonna have their own personality. Hi. And their own thoughts and own feelings about things and own jokes and everything. It's just really exciting. Hi. He's a little bald on the top, but that's okay. His hair is growing. Currently he's 6 weeks old, and he weighs 8 pounds and 8 ounces. When he was born, he weighed 7 pounds and 7 ounces. So his weight gain has kind of stalled a little bit. So we're trying to figure out if maybe he has a food intolerance. So I've been keeping a food diary, and then like kind of tracking his moods and his diapers and everything to see maybe if something I'm eating or drinking is doing it. So that's been kind of hard. I might make a whole separate video about our nursing journey, because that has been kind of complicated too, and we're still struggling. And he's still exclusively breastfed, but we do use a nipple shield, and that's kind of come with its own complications like gas and not being able to wean off of it now that his ties are revised. So we still have those little struggles, and as the weeks and the months and the years go on, we're gonna continue having struggles because we're still learning. Both of us are still learning. But yeah, it's so exciting to be able to like watch him be his own person and grow. And it's hard to believe that this little thing was just inside of me not very long ago. Yeah. Comment down below if you guys have any questions, if there's a specific video you want to see. I really have no idea when the birth video will be up. It's I didn't record my birth, so there won't be a birth vlog, but I will do like a birth story recording if I can get through it without crying. But that is to come, and possibly a house tour. If you can't tell, we are in our new house, which in the last video we were still in our old house. So I would love to do a house tour and share with you guys our new cozy home as well. So thank you for watching, and have a great day. Don't forget to like my video, comment, subscribe. It helps out a lot. And see you in the next video.